Good morning from Mount Timpanogos Trail, 8,200 feet, a little over 2 miles in on the official trail. Turned my headlamp off about 10 minutes ago. Birds woke up about 5:15. I think it's about 5:40. Trailhead's down there. May not even be able to see it. It gets bright early here. That's where we're heading. North Timp, and Robert's Horn, if I live right. Continues into this cirque. I think we're about to leave those relatively level up here. A series of waterfalls, super cool. I wish it were cooler. It's probably mid to upper 60s at start. There's the trail as it winds up. I need to get a move on, but there's just so much to see. And I was completely wrong. I thought the trail would wind up here, maybe around that spur, up to the ridge. But I'm wrong. This takes you right into the upper reaches of this cirque towards that waterfall. I heard a rock fall down below. I think that's the way I need to go. So I think what I'll do is backtrack just a little bit and gain that area. So I think I need to go over there. The sun's putting in its work day. We're at the head of this cirque. Feeling the elevation a little bit now. I'm not going to go by that goat though. So I seem to be on the goat highway. I tried to make my way around. I dropped elevation and then gained this ledge, but then these goats continued on. And these two are looking at me real nervous like. So kind of at a forced break or slow pace here because they're using the trail. I suppose it really belongs to them anyway. Well, they're moving, so that's good. The one with horns, though it keeps looking at me, it's protecting the young, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. Yeah, go up there. But that thing, I think it could butt me right off this ledge, and that would be no good. Man, that's impressive. I wonder if that little one is the one that dislodged the rocks. I don't see the two that were behind me. They may have ascended. So I think I'm just going to move along here. This hike just keeps delivering. Man. I think this might be the Hidden Lakes area, but I may be wrong. I ended up having goats behind me and in front of me, each of them looking at me nervously. And so I did end up taking cutting a switchback, getting away from them. Took a small break. I try to eat on a long hike like this every 90 minutes, so I had a Nutrigrain bar, and some almonds. At 10:04, that's the Timpanogos Trail, I think is how it's pronounced. There's somebody right there. 2 people. Summits up there, about 1,300 feet. I think that's the saddle right there is where I need to be. I just cached water right there in that bush. I'll be doing Robert's Horn later, if it goes well. 10,700, about 1,000 more feet for the main summit. There was a guy who passed me, trail runner. This boulder field, this is the first snow, has been a real pain trying to find a way through it. Of the saddle, you see how busy it is. I think everybody there came up from the Timpanogos trail, which is a little longer. I think 500 feet less gain. That's not bad at all. It's like shelves to walk up. Well defined. I don't think anybody's dying on this mountain. Robert's Horn. Cascade, which I was 2 days ago. More of our friends. There's the next destination, North Timp. You can kind of see the unofficial trail. Timp is back that way. I've been following either the ridge or just below the ridge. I need to find a way through this to the saddle, and then it's obvious up. That's a bigger climb than I anticipated. According to my GPS, I'm almost there. I don't think that's the real summit. This one has been a butt kicker. It's warm. High at 57, the forecast up here, whatever. So I came down there. I'm not looking forward to that again. I just talked to a guy. He came up the saddle, so he doesn't have to go back up that. He just came up the saddle right there. He said it was loose, and there is some scrambling, but he's going back that way, so must be better than going up and around. That one was tough. Descending there and climbing this felt way harder than climbing Timp, which is over there. You can see a trail from here. I lost it. It's kind of hard. It's just a depression when you're right next to it. And I ended up too low. Very, very slick. And there's no shade to speak of at all. I asked the guy who's coming down if it was worth it, and he thought maybe not. At the moment, I may tend to agree with him. Alright, I'm gonna set up my antenna. I need to get some electrolytes in me, some food. Take my shoes off, change my socks. Do the radio, I'll be here a bit. I wanted to just end the video with some data. I can't remember how many feet because somehow I deleted off Gaia my data. I think it was around 6,000 feet elevation gain, maybe a bit more than that, and maybe 18, 19 miles altogether, somewhere in that's ballpark. Don't rely on that. That's just recollection. I did make Robert's horn. I didn't record it because when I was coming down and just about where you saw I was with those mountain goats, I ran into somebody who I'd talked to a couple days earlier when I was on Cascade. We spoke 2-meter, and K7WON, I believe. He is with Timpanogos Mountain Response or Rescue, something like that. But they go up, it's really cool. They're just volunteers. They camp up there on the weekends in the summer. And if somebody needs medical attention or there needs to be communication back down to the valley, they take care of that.